forget it. I just went in and I had a bug up my ass, and I said, let's do something different because I need to get out of my little funk that I fell into, that little groove that we all fall into. That's it. Go into the fucking gym with a fury. Don't fucking bullshit yourself. Don't say, I gotta do this and I gotta do that. Go in there and have a good time. This is the type of workout where you're like, I'm just gonna fucking go and go and go and go until I can't fucking go no more. And that's the goal. Have a good time, exhaust yourself, and go fuck shit up. What's up, everybody? I have BB Pro Seth Ferosi coming at you with an arm training video. Fucking A. So, with my philosophy on training, if you follow me on Instagram at Seth Ferosi, you start to get a taste of it. This time around, I go into the gym to have a good time. Before, you know, I got used to stress myself out with, oh, I got to make sure I do so many sets of this, and I got to do this. I always had such a specific plan going in, and no matter what, I never deviated from that plan. And it started to feel like a job. So at that point, this time around, with me coming back and me getting back into it, I said, screw it, man. I just go with having a good time. So whenever, with all my workouts, they're very instinctive training based. I go with how I feel. If I'm feeling a certain exercise, or a certain exercise with a certain angle, and I'm getting a nasty pump from it, and I'm feeling it, I'm going to keep rolling with it. So at that point, I go into the gym with an idea of what I want to do, but I make sure that I don't nail myself to it, because then I feel like I just completely get stressed out if I don't feel like, if something's not going right or something goes wrong. So with all of my training, I look at, I need to rush as much blood into the muscle as possible, because the nutrients are in your blood. So if I rush more blood to the muscle, I essentially put more nutrients into my muscle. Very, very simple way of thinking, but it's worked for me so far. It's given me a much rounder, much fuller physique than I've ever had. So my entire day, my nutrition, my supplementation, and my training all revolves around my workouts, my nutrient flow into the muscle. So in this workout, I started out with cable curls. I always start out with something to rush blood into the muscle. I want to put as much blood into the muscle as possible before I actually start my workout. I want to stay warm. I usually wear a long sleeve shirt, a hoodie, and sweatpants to get started with all of my workouts. So in this video, you see me. I started out with cable curls and rope press downs. I'm just going to hit my arms from every single angle possible, biceps and triceps, to fill it up with blood. Am I using heavy weight? Not really. Usually using moderate weight, but I just want to fill it up, and I want to get a good sweat rolling. So I start off with hammer curls and V-bar press down. I'm the superset guy. I do a bicep, then a tricep, take a break. Bicep, tricep, take a break. So I start off with hammer curls, dumbbell hammer curls, and V-bar press downs. With the hammer curls, you'll see me do different variations. I grab the dumbbells directly in the center of the bar. If you end up grabbing up higher or down lower, it's going to hit your biceps at a different angle. So just keep that in mind. So I start off with dumbbell hammer curls, and then I go into V-bar press downs immediately after that. Again, pushing more blood. And on this exercise, I typically work up to getting pretty heavy with everything. So, and as you see me do all these exercises, you'll see me go from different angles. All I'm doing is changing my foot placement, changing my shoulder placement, and my elbow placement. Therefore, I'm just pushing blood into every different angle of my arm. So, with hammer curls, you'll see me go two-handed, you'll see me go one-handed. So you'll see me do different variations. And after I get all warmed up, I usually end up taking off take off the pump cover and just let it rip, because there's a mind to muscle connection, and as I'm doing it, I end up getting connected to the muscle once I take my shirt off and see the gains. I'm also really big into posing while I work out. It may look like an egotistical douchebag thing